Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast. This is Camp Slash Horrorcast, Season 1, Episode 21, Twilight Zone, the movie. If this is your first time checking out the podcast network, we appreciate it. Please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just a reminder, Camp Slash Horrorcast is a weekly live videocast available on Twitch and YouTube. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/WeArePodcastNetwork and youtube.com/WeArePodcastNetwork. As the Camp Slash Horrorcast is live, I will not be editing the audio for this podcast. So what you saw live is what you get here. Please come watch the stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And if you want to see the previous streams, go check out our Twitch or YouTube channel. And for a full list of future films we'll be watching, please head over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /WeArePodcast. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the Horrorcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Camp Slash Horrorcast.
That's fine, I gotta do it.
It's fine. I'm your guest host this week. I am Jacob, your resident camp counselor. Ducky couldn't be with us, unfortunately. I'm joined with our other guest, or our camp counselors, not guest counselors, one guest counselor. But we'll just go down the line. Counselor David Jessup, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. Counselor Javi Baez, how are you? Oh, he
Hold
turned
on.
into a
Come
fan.
back to me. I got this thing. You know what?
We have a guest counselor this week, Mr. Greg McKinney. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, how do you do, guys?
I like that
Hey,
fancy
Greg.
little hat there. That's
It
nice.
keeps his ears warm.
It does. And last but not least, our other camp counselor, William Sanamo. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm ready to get
Peekaboo.
into this because I'm Team Jacob all the way, and I love Twilight.
Pow! Yeah, Twilight. Okay. Well, let's go down the line. What's everybody's experience with this? We'll start with Jessup. When was the first time you saw this? What do you know about it?
I am 52 years old, good sir. I saw this movie in the theater. I paid for a ticket. I didn't buy it online. I had to go up to a ticket booth. I said, give me 2 tickets for me and my mother. My mother, she taught me a lot of things growing up as a kid. One of the things she taught me was if you want 1 ticket for a movie, you could go in the afternoon and stay all day long and watch a whole bunch of movies for free.
Okay.
This is I saw this, and I think it was, I think it was also like a movie with Sean Connery called Asteroid or Meteor or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I saw this movie. Yeah, no, I saw this movie in the theater, and yeah.
That's awesome. Javi,
Yes.
what you got for me? When was the first time you seen this? What's your experience with
Well,
Twilight Zone,
picture
the
it.
movie?
Summer 1991. Young Javi Bars, a ripe old age of 4 years old. Enough of this. All right. I saw.
No, man, please commit to the bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
commit to the bit.
yeah, Will's in there too. Look, it's like a shine on his face.
1991. And like just the intro of this movie scared the shit out of me. Ooh, scary Aykroyd is what I called Dan Aykroyd back in that movie. My only chances of seeing Dan Aykroyd then was like I know him as the sweet father Veda Sultanfuss in My Girl, and Ray Stantz from Ghostbusters 1 and 2. And all of a sudden, it was weird to see him as like a fucking villain that murked Albert Brooks in like the first 15 minutes of the movie. It's like, damn, Dan. I didn't know he got down like that. That was kind of like, and I just love that movie. It was a great movie. It was a fun watch. Ooh.
Mr. McKinney.
I was unfamiliar with it completely. Was not aware that there was a Twilight Zone movie until
Get the fuck out of here now. Get out now. Cut him off.
You're dismissed. Cut
Put it
Cut it.
X on the screen.
So yeah, I'm a novice coming into. Yeah, that's it. I didn't know anything about it.
Did you watch the original anthology series, the 60s one?
I think some of the classic episodes, with the guy with the glasses, the pig face people,
Okay.
stuff like that. Yeah, not super familiar with it at all.
Gotcha.
I think the most I know about it is the theme song, the dee 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 dee.
Of course. Yeah, iconic. Counselor Sanama, what you got for us?
Well, I am 53 years old, and I saw this movie in the theater. My son, David Jessup, took me. I taught him how to watch.
Stop talking, boy. Give me some popcorn.
Jake Harder.
We went and saw this at the moving pictures.
That's right. I don't know. I saw this as a kid. I don't have a strong memory of it, but I do remember Dan Aykroyd's part, and I remembered the Tasmanian Devil ripoff that like stuck with me as a kid. I just loved that bit so much, and it reminded me of like Roger Rabbit sort of stuff, and but it never really stuck hard in my craw. That's not the right term.
That's a good term.
Yeah, whatever. We'll go with it. Nobody cares.
It's your craw. That's your craw.
That's my craw, and I put in what I want.
Exactly.
You are the craw daddy, bro.
Yeah, that's what they call me.
The craw daddy.
What about you, Jacob?
I grew up watching the original series, loved them all. It was just a staple in my household. I was a child of HBO. This was one of their mainstays whenever it came out. It was one of the early 80s ones. They did a complete behind the scenes on HBO. I saw portions of the trial on fucking HBO. We'll get to that. But I dig this movie a lot. I really do enjoy it. I think it's super meta in a lot of ways, and I think you'll kind of get what I'm saying about that. But we'll get to it. Starting right off the prologue with Dan Aykroyd and Albert Brooks traveling down on a fucking dark and winding road by themselves. That was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
What are y'all's thoughts on this? Did it invoke any fear whenever you first saw it? I know those cougar sounds that they threw in at the end. I was like, okay, that's a weird choice. Everything else worked besides that. They got jungle cats in the car now.
Like, this prologue invoked a lot of annoyance. I remember just like feeling really bad for Albert Brooks. But as an adult, as a 33-year-old man, I was like, this guy is fucking annoying. I would absolutely hate to go on a road trip with this guy. I'm glad what happened to him. If I was Dan Aykroyd, I would have done the same thing.
Okay.
Let's home show tours and see which one of these you can get.
But it was the 8, like there was nothing to do.
Yeah,
the car radio went down. You got no phones to
We
look
have
at.
no entertainment.
We must speak to each other.
How about you just drive in silence?
Yeah, and then pull the headlights off and make you think that you're going to crash.
My God. Yeah.
I do miss the days of like TV themes being a big deal. Because like if you played that game nowadays, you'd still be doing those same old TV themes.
Of course.
Yeah.
There is no, I mean, it used to be a TV theme song told you the story of the show.
Yeah.
If you jumped into Gilligan's Island halfway through a season, you're like, what's this show about? Just watch the intro.
But just
and
sit
it'll
right
tell
back.
you.
Right.
Yeah. Beverly Hillbillies. What the fuck happened here? Just watch the intro.
The whole origin is in the song.
And I mean,
the facts of life.
If you watch it like gradually as it goes, like Friends had a theme song, but it didn't tell you really much about the show. And now it's gone to where it's like, what, 2.5 Men just had a guitar strum.
Yeah.
And it just said men. Now it just starts. Now the show just starts because they're like, we have to cram as many commercials into this fucking show as possible.
Yeah. To this 19-minute
I'm
long
old
show.
and I'm angry. I don't have theme songs anymore.
I get it.
We're better when shows had theme songs and women couldn't vote.
Greg, any thoughts on the prologue here?
Yeah, there were a couple of times where I was ready for something to happen. Oh, he's gonna kill the lights. Bam, something's gonna happen, and I kept waiting for it. Something's gonna happen this time, and it didn't. And and then eventually, it's just like, I want to see something scary. Bam. So
Greg's kind of taking over Ethan's spot of the never seen it guy.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, in this case, yeah.
I didn't know that
most
existed.
of the movies that you guys stream.
I would have sworn you would have seen it by now.
Yeah, Greg.
Nobody said your
I
name,
was
Ethan.
shocked.
Turn off your fucking camera. Sorry.
What did y'all think of the makeup on Dan Aykroyd? Pass or fail for the time?
I mean,
that it
I
came
liked it
out?
the first time I saw it at the end of Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah. And well, it was John Landis, okay? So that's why it's the same fucking thing. And also why Dan Aykroyd was a part of this, because he was in the Blues Brothers that John Landis directed and Trading
Shit.
Places.
I forgot about that. Holy shit.
All right, first segment, the most controversial. There's a great tragedy surrounding it. We'll wait till the end before we get to that. Time Out with Vic Morrow. What did you guys think about the episode as a whole before we start talking about what went down in this?
I enjoyed it. It's kind of like a racist Gone with the Wind or whatever, That Wonderful Life.
It's the only original segment in the whole movie. Also, I might add.
Yeah,
Really?
it's not from a Twilight Zone episode. I just found it, and even as a kid, I found it very like you could see where it was going. You know, there was just nothing really shocking about it, or because with the Twilight Zone, there was the original Black Mirror. All the episodes had this twist ending, and there really isn't a twist ending for this one. It's just like he's a racist piece of shit, and now he's going off to be in the
There's
camps.
a reason why that happened like that, though. There was supposed to be a redemption arc, but we didn't get to see it.
Well, here's the thing. It was originally filmed. Everything was filmed. They took it to the studio, and the studio was like, "We don't like this. He's too much of an asshole. Go back and film a redemption part," which is how he ended up getting killed.
Correct.
But yeah, I didn't like it.
Charles Hallahan, who was Vance Norris in The Thing.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna
he was
say,
in it.
The most
like,
iconic character from The Thing. One of.
I was like, "Don't have a heart attack, bro. Whatever you do, don't have a heart attack." Also, what the fuck? Did you guys notice a very young
John
guy
Larroquette?
John Larroquette.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so he
got to use the N-word.
He delivered his lines a little too well.
Yeah.
I think he's been practicing that shit for years, is what it sounded like. He was
just on night court.
They tried to get him to wear a hood, and he's like, "Nah, I want my face to be seen." Like,
all in.
you were on night court.
And didn't John Landis also direct Stripes? Or no, that was
John Larroquette was in Stripes.
Yeah, John Larroquette was in Stripes.
Ivan Reitman or
Ivan Reitman.
One.
Yeah, one of those. They're the same person.
Greg, Javi, any thoughts?
I will say John Larroquette said that word so like you knew it was just like it just came out like smooth molasses the way he said it.
It wasn't his first time, is what you're saying.
Yeah. He was a little bit too comfortable saying that.
I do remember first watching that when I was a kid, thinking, "Is that the guy from the Poseidon Adventure?" Like I honestly thought that Vic Morrow was what?
Pull your mic closer.
Oh. I honestly thought that when I was
take it back.
When I was a kid, I saw that. I was like, "Is that the guy from the Poseidon Adventure?" I honestly thought that Vic Morrow was Ernest Borgnine.
I can see that.
They look alike. They're both like toadish men, and very gravelly.
He was the coach of the bad team on Bad News Bears, the original one. He went up head to head against Walter Matthau.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Vic Morrow acted the shit out of that episode. Okay. He was amazing.
I think he's fucking great in pretty much everything.
He's awesome.
A funny little side story is whenever he was in Dirty Harry, he took out $1 million life insurance policy every time that he had to set foot inside of a helicopter or any fucking show that he was ever on that had to be inside of a helicopter. And whenever asked why, he said he had a premonition that he died in a helicopter crash.
Oh my God.
This was years before this.
Yeah. Well, that's what's so insane is that why the fuck was he there? That should have been a stunt man.
His last words were that. He's like, I had to be crazy for doing this. I should have got a double. And then they've said action, and then so I guess it's insane. Jessup, William, Javi, Greg, do any of y'all want to tell the accident, the tragedy that happened here?
I'll jump. Okay, you want to do it?
Oh no, let David do it. Let David do it.
Okay, so I sent you guys a really good 10-minute video on it. Basically, what the studio didn't like the way it looked. They thought Vic Morrow's character was too mean. They wanted a redemption story, so they had him rescue these two kids. The problem is John Landis was being a dick and didn't want to have the kids replaced by either dolls or stunt doubles like little people, and he wanted to make it as real as possible. And he basically just went ape shit with it. More explosions. He told the helicopter guy to go lower. The helicopter guy was like, "Dude, this is too dangerous." He said, "Go lower, go lower." Helicopter guy goes lower, big explosion, helicopter crashes, and it completely cuts off Vic Morrow and the little girl's head completely off. The other kid gets crushed by the helicopter. And if you look at John Landis's career, when the trial finally ended, and he was acquitted, but there was a whole bunch of lawsuits, so everything got settled out of court. His movie career was done. He was finished. Now, he did do Trading Places after this, but after the trial came out, and then really it was when the book was released, and it detailed what an asshole he was on that shoot and how dangerous he was and how he purposely hid the children from the fire marshal because he would have shut it down if they would have seen kids were that close to pyrotechnics.
So yeah, it was at midnight whenever the crash happened, and the children were paid under the table because of child labor laws. It was friends of friends of friends who had kids, and
Everything was wrong.
Man.
Yeah, he did everything wrong just to get a cool shoot. And what's so infuriating is it's not that good. It wasn't like he was directing The Godfather and
Right.
he needed a really important scene. It was a fucking one piece of a movie that's okay.
And anthology too. You're only filming fucking 20 minutes for your segment here.
Yeah. So anyway.
Anybody else have any opinions on this? Will?
I mean, there's nothing to say. That was stupid. It was wrong, and acquitted is a crazy thought that he was able to just get away with some lawsuits. Yeah, I know it's money. That's all it ever is.
Cheddar cheese, baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please tell me that the parents of these two kids were like brought to charges or anything.
No, the parents weren't because they had no clue. The parents were on set and they watched it. They're like, "What?" And as soon as it happened, like obviously.
Did you guys see as soon as it happened, John Landis yelled, "That's a wrap."
Yeah, I did see that. It's like, "Hey, cut! Their heads off."
Good job, guys.
Hey guys, good job. Yay.
This is gonna be a great shot.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I think my understanding of it was the parents were just as in the dark as anybody else who was hiding the kids from on set. They were told that there wasn't going to be any danger at all, and that the worst case scenario is going to be some loud noises.
Loud noises. Yep.
Well, how about not taking two kids in the middle of fucking California at midnight to go through something?
The entire operation is shady. So John Landis was friends with Eddie Murphy at the time, and he was really upset that Eddie Murphy didn't show up to his trials in support of him. And then finally, years later, Eddie Murphy came out and said, "Look, whenever you're behind the camera and you're the one with the megaphone yelling action, and you know that you have some shady shit going on, I'm afraid I can't advocate myself to be with somebody like that or support them in their negligence."
That's awesome.
Essentially, that's what he said. But then 3 years later, he did Coming to America with John.
Well, I mean, you got to get paid, right?
Of course, you got to get that. Gotta get that money. All right.
Well, John Landis did Coming to America?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he also did Meet the Stupids.
So
Tom
ebbs
Arnold?
and flows.
Tom Arnold.
Yeah.
I kind of
It's a balancing
I don't know.
act.
It's like like his career is like a helicopter.
Too bad it wasn't Tom Arnold, huh?
Hey, Tom Arnold was great in True Lies.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
that's
was,
it.
dude. He's
Name
That
the
is
one
it.
movie that
treasure
he's
for
good.
fucking
Dude, and after True Lies, I was like, man, Tom Arnold is gonna blow up. He is
I don't
amazing.
know.
He's great.
His
so
guest
good.
stars on Roseanne.
His cameo in the Coneheads movie was pretty good, also.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're done with the first segment of the anthology here. Moving on.
I will say this about Tom Arnold real
what's
quick.
up?
He's like the bravest human on earth. He went and tried to tame Rosilla. He failed, but nobody else has attempted since. So Tom Arnold is an American hero in my book.
Well, he's also very brave because he does stand up without having any jokes. Very brave.
Yeah, man, you were there that night, right? Yeah, we were.
I wasn't there. I think Barry worked with him, and he just told me he just tells stories.
He's a fucking that's most of those comics now. Like
Yeah.
Piven and shit like that. They don't have any substance.
Yep.
Anyways, moving right along to segment 2, arguably the most boring.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep for this one. Wake me up.
Directed by Steven.
Hopefully you'll be 8 years old when you wake up again.
Directed by Spielberg, we have Kick the Can, starring Scatman Crothers. We all love him, right? I mean, it's
I like him better with a Nicholson stacks in his head, but yeah.
in his chest.
Chest.
sir.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you. What did y'all feel about this? We'll go to Jessup last. I want to hear. I want to hear Javi. What did you feel about this?
I fucking love this one.
I want to hear Greg first.
Okay, great.
I thought it was pretty cute.
That's all you can really say about it.
And
You
that's the
nailed it.
problem. That's the problem.
Nailed it. That's
This
all
is
you
the
meant-
Twilight Zone.
That's all that
The-
can be.
The Twilight Zone isn't supposed to be cute. That's
had
the fucking
cute
problem.
episodes of Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I don't agree with you.
But dude, if you talk about the whole essence of the Twilight Zone, okay, cute is not part of it. It's
the
dark.
whole essence of the Twilight Zone was pushed into this movie. There's a mix of monster characters. There's a mix of the cute, weird stories. There's the little twist stories.
Like Welcome to Willoughby, about the old man trying to go back home. That was a cute fucking story in the original series. Yeah. There was a bunch
take
of
criticism.
bunch of cute stories.
Why was the one guy so much older than the other kids?
That was not cute. I did not get that.
He was like twice as tall as him. They're running around with no shirt
like
on.
he's
And
got
all these
balls
little
and
kids.
chest hair.
Yeah.
I can't tell me, Leo. I'm going to get fucked.
I think they got to go back to the ages where that they remember the most, had the most fond memories.
Oh,
That makes sense.
All right.
That makes sense. Well, that the old lady in it, the oldest one, visibly oldest one. Half of these people didn't belong in a retirement home. Just so we're clear here, like they're all cognitive. They know what the fuck is going on. Mr.
They don't need
Conroy,
constant care.
who waits for his children, could have been living on his fucking own, doing whatever. He was the most with it out of all of them. But he was such a fucking just be old. You can't be young, be old. You gotcha. We got people to tell you not to do shit here. Like I don't.
That's me now, to be honest. I'm like, I'm 40. I'm done.
Yeah,
Give me a blanket. I'm over it. Metamucil and double ARP or whatever it's called.
Javi, you liked this one. What did you think, man?
I loved it. I thought like it was just very, you know me, I'm a sucker for sentimentality. And this was like all sentimental and shit. And I just like the fact that those old people could go back to the age and it fucking like, I was like, oh my God, I fucking know what that means. Like, no, I live my life. I already lost my people. I don't want to have to go through that shit all over again. Just make me 80.
Right.
I was like, damn, that's pretty fucking ballsy. I know I would have like chosen for a second go around, but they made a lot of good points. Like, I live my life. I have my memories. I just want to finish it out. And that was a good memory. That's
Plus, if you do it again, you're an orphan. And you got to deal with all that bullshit.
yeah. It's like, who's going to take care of us? Where are we going to sleep? It's like, we didn't think this through.
The Jewish couple's like, we just go to our children's house and say, hey, we're your parents.
That little girl acted so
killed it.
hard.
She knocked it out of the
She
park,
did.
dude. She fucking
You
killed
totally
it.
did.
The fucking kid who played her husband, like they had an ADR his voice half the time. It was like, stay away from my wife.
Oh, Harry.
Yeah.
Or whatever his name was. I don't know.
Will, what did you think about it?
Oh, I already talked about it. I like it.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're saving Jessup for last.
Is Jessup done yelling or does he need to?
Such a fucking waste of time. It's boring as shit. This movie is broken up into two films. The first two suck ass, and the last two are fucking amazing. I watched this movie in the theater, and then when I watched it on VHS, I just fast forwarded just to get to the kick-ass Joe Dante film that's coming up next.
Man.
And then George Miller after that. It was just boom, boom. Those, and that's what I mean about, for me, I guess just my opinion, those two films are, for me, what the Twilight Zone is. Dark, messed up, twisted.
Those are the ones that you liked more growing up.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
I mean,
And I will give you this, Jessup. When I watched this today, I was like, I've seen this movie enough where I was like, oh yeah, I remember this, and I totally skipped that entire segment. Like, yeah, we're good.
It is, and also to me, it's like everything that's bad about like there's 70s Spielberg, which is like Jaws and Close Encounters, and then there's 80s Spielberg, which is just sentimental shit. You know,
yeah,
it's just,
Close Encounters, E.T.
Yeah, what was that? What Always? You know, it's like fuck. You know, and it was like 20 minutes of like everything about Spielberg I don't like. You know, but yeah, fuck that. Let's get to the good shit.
Well, yeah, okay. 1 second. You know his reasoning why he did this. He was gonna choose a different story first, and it was about aliens that came to visit a town. But the reason why he backed out is because it was less special effects and because of the trauma that happened with the John Landis set. So he filmed
Little
that
damage
shit
control.
6 days, and he wanted to get fucking out of there. He didn't want to have anything to do with that shit.
Also,
I agree, it sucked. I mean, to an extent, I wanted a fucking badass Spielberg cut, but I get it.
Also, guys, do you think?
Release the Spielberg cut?
Yeah. Do you guys think if this movie was made today and that John Landis thing happened, I don't think the movie would ever come out.
No.
Oh, yeah, it would.
Not with John Landis on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they would have slapped Michael Bay on it and been like, okay, let's fix it. Get rid of this fucking idiot. He's going to jail.
Cancel John Landis.
Hashtag.
All right.
Michael
moving
Bay's
right
Twilight
along.
Zone, though. That would be pretty good.
What's that?
Michael Bay's Twilight Zone, I think.
Yeah.
Like the explosion's not going to be the explosion.
Yeah.
That's right.
Did you guys watch the?
His 360 shot goes counterclockwise instead of clockwise.
Did you guys watch the CBS Twilight Zone reboot? Was that any good?
I saw like
Jordan
2
Peele?
episodes.
Yeah, Jordan Peele's. I heard it was meh.
I saw
It's
the
okay.
first one about the first one was about a stand-up
The
comic.
stand-up, yeah, that was pretty good.
and Kamel Nanjiani or whatever.
Yeah.
It was all right.
The second one was less as good, and then
I
heard they got
think-
canceled.
I think Black Mirror has set the bar so high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
but they need to release more episodes more frequently. I'm getting tired.
Well,
of
Well, that's how
well-
you ruin something.
3 episodes of fucking season, and they already ruined it because what I had to watch Miley fucking Cyrus butchering
that was
9
pretty-
Inch Nails.
I
song.
loved that episode.
I
That was a great episode.
didn't even watch that
I'm gonna
episode.
look in the camera so you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was
David,
a
there's somebody
beautiful
behind you.
episode.
I like
It
the
fit.
first episode, Hall Pass 2, Striking Vipers.
Even better. That one was even greater.
I think with Black Mirror, because of 2020, they were just like, we're gonna just take a year off.
We're predicting the fucking future.
Yeah, it's like
doing-
this is
Look
too
at
real.
White Bear, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
All right, moving along.
Joe Dante.
Yes, It's a Good Life, directed by Joe Dante. Bunch of cameos in this one. Bill Mummy, who was the original kid in the original episode, appears at the beginning in the bar where
Very cool.
Kathleen Quinlan is. We
Oh,
also
yeah.
have Dick Miller, who was the dad in Gremlins.
Yep.
Obviously, he's got a partnership with Joe Dante. Kevin McCarthy, who was an original Twilight Zone alumnus. He was in Long Live Walter Jameson. It's about the guy who was trying to marry this old guy's daughter. He was a professor, and it turned out he was an immortal. And they found out because he looked at pictures and he saw him in the Civil War.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's
I
kind
don't
of
remember
weird.
that one.
And then Nancy Cartwright.
Cartwright.
Yeah, we have Bart Simpson in this episode. What did you guys feel about this one? Who wants to start off?
I'll start. Fucking love it. I love it. I love the design of it. I love the house, the angles, how it looks like a cartoon. I love all the actors in it are great. The practical effects are amazing. It's Joe Dante at his Joe Dante peak.
Pissed.
You know, it's so the cartoons. I love the old. I forget whether the Fleischer cartoons, like the Betty Boop style,
Yeah.
and they put the girl in there. And this was the first time in the movie where the batteries dropped, where the camera pulls up and you see that girl with no
Mm.
mouth. You know, that was a battery
Freaked
drop
the shit out of
moment.
me as a kid, dude.
Yes.
The first time I saw
Yeah.
that, and it's just like
Yeah, so good. And then Kathleen, or what's the lead actress's name?
Kathleen Quinlan.
Quinlan.
Yeah, yes, she is so good at, like, you can feel the tension of her realizing that she's stuck. And then when she turns it and is like, I can control this kid, you know, and that I just love it. Love it.
We'll get to that part also. Who wants to go next?
This is the least Twilight Zone segment I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's based off of direct Twilight Zone.
I'm kidding.
He's-
No, this one's great. This one's this is the best out of all of them. It may not be the most iconic one, you know, because everyone loves the plain one, but yeah, this one 100%. The cartoon aesthetics, the Tempest video game in the beginning, like
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Well, and like when she pulls up and you see all the abandoned cars,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh shit! It reminded me of
Something's happening.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a way, where you have all these abandoned cars outside this like old house, and then as soon as you walk in, you see the cartoon version of the house on the TV. And I love all the little
Yeah,
TVs
yeah.
everywhere. Oh, it's so great.
that was-
I have a
Okay,
question. Who wants to try peanut butter burgers?
Right here. I'm in.
Dude,
I'm
I
fucking
do.
in.
Like,
I'm
I
in.
want to try it.
I
Yeah.
have, and they're not that good.
There we go.
They're not. It's like super
Oh.
chewing. Like,
Well, and
it's
also
lame.
like I love how freaked out the rest of the family is. How they're always kissing his ass.
Yeah.
And they're all on eggshells. constantly. And then one of my favorite scenes is when they go away and they're just rummaging through her purse.
Yeah, they just rip it through her shit. Like, oh, something cigarettes.
Putting on makeup. Oh my god! Like, how long have they been stuck in that
Motion,
house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
exactly
good.
what I turned to Britton and I was like, how long have they fucking been here though? Like, because he's not that old. Is he controlling his age also?
Could be.
I don't know.
That's a good thought. I never thought of that.
Well, I forget. I mean, I haven't watched the original Twilight Zones. How close to the original is this one?
It's
Really?
not.
Okay.
Well,
I
was gonna
watched
say,
it.
It fairly is in the sense of everything that's going on, but aesthetically,
Visually, it's
everything
not.
else, it is nowhere near.
Yeah.
Yeah. The premise is there.
But how does the original one end?
I think similarly. I think somebody comes in and he kind of gets changed. I haven't seen it in a while. Did you watch it recently, Will?
No, I was skipping through it. But like, yeah, because it was a lot different. The parents were arguing with him. He was like slamming his records. He's like, I haven't listened to Tony Bennett in years. You know, like, that was a pretty good shot. But yeah, it was very different. And visually, obviously, there was no cool monsters. There was like a shadow of a Jack in the Box, and that was it. Like, it wasn't crazy. They did this more than justice.
Oh, and like the furniture and the light, like everything about it. Did you notice too? By the chair, there was a mouse hole in the wall, like a cartoon mouse hole.
Yeah.
It was just little things like that. That
Attention to
was
detail.
Like,
yes.
I'm not gonna lie. This felt like a Tim Burton segment. I could see Tim Burton easily making this because it just reminded me of straight up Beetlejuice.
Well, this was before. This was
I
like
was
what,
gonna say,
I
7
know it
years.
was before. I know
Yeah.
it was before.
he was
But,
probably inspired by Joe Dante's work, to be honest.
like, especially the rabbit reminded me of the snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I fucking love that actor, by the way. The guy was the uncle. He was in Interstate.
Yeah.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
He's
is fucking
great.
Inner space.
And I swear to God, when I was watching it over again, and then you just hear Nancy Carr would be like, "I wish you went to the cartoon land." I was half expecting her to go, "Ay caramba," because even as a kid, I knew exactly who she was.
You can
That's
hear her
funny.
voice. You
Yeah,
can
you
hear
could
Bart
hear Bart
Simpson
Simpson
in
just
it.
her
Yeah.
natural speaking voice.
So
I
first
love-
timer, what did you think?
Yeah, I liked it. I think it barely beats out the plain one as my favorite. I mean, if I had to rank the segments, I would say that one was my favorite for sure. If I had to criticize it at all, I would say that I got the twist of it almost right away. And like, as soon as he was interacting with the adults and they were all, just immediately kissing his ass, "Oh, this food is great," it hits the spot. But yeah, other than that, I thought the acting was great. I thought the animation was cool. And the story kept me kind of on the edge of my seat. It was intense.
It's uncomfortable. It's a it's an
It's
uneasy
unnerving.
feeling. Yeah.
I think if anything, they probably thought that through, like, because the twist is very obvious, so they went with more of a visual twist over the twist. You know what I mean? You didn't expect the crazy cartoon shit coming out,
Right.
and I think that's what kind of blew people's minds more than the the kid controls the whole family.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I just got the sense right away that they were afraid of him and something
Yeah.
was, something was smelly.
Hey, by
Peanut
the
butter
way,
burgers.
did you got? Is it me, or is like, did we almost see a kid get killed because when he runs into her car and his bike,
Oh, yeah.
that looks real.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
she
another John
popped.
Landis shot. Yeah.
Yeah, he was guest directing that scene.
Yeah, I guarantee, like, Landis was like in the corner behind Dante, like, "Listen, I
Yeah.
can actually drive."
Yes,
Like,
the
tell in
kid,
front of it. The
she
kid will
has
be
to back
fine.
up fast.
Yeah,
She
back
has
up
to back up
faster.
really faster. Yeah, it has to
It's
be
not
the real
visually
kid.
appealing.
A
Because
car's
holy
much safer
shit,
than-
dude, that looks so real.
He's like, yeah, Dante, listen, a car is safer than a helicopter. You can't get hit by a car, and he's guaranteed to almost live. Helicopter, not so much.
Listen, do you want an Oscar for your one film of a 4-film anthology series or not?
Right.
You killed this kid.
Yeah.
Listen,
Very
do you
bad.
want to direct? What's that? Little Soldiers? What was that movie called?
Tiny
soldiers.
soldiers.
Tiny
Yeah,
Soldiers.
Tiny
Right.
Soldiers.
Toy
Yeah, what the
Soldiers.
fuck? What the fuck happened to Joe Dante, man? He was like the fantasy director of the '80s, and then just nothing.
He dropped a helicopter on
I
two
guess.
kids in a Vic Morrow. I mean, I don't know. All right, we said everything we want to say about "It's a Good Life" by Joe Dante.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Moving right along to the fourth and final, and arguably one of the better pieces on here, Nightmare at 20,000 Feet by George Miller, the director of Mad Max and what was supposed to be a Justice League movie that never came to fruition.
And the pig movies.
Yes, Babe.
So weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't knock
Yeah,
Babe.
he
Babe
goes
is
from-
I'm
amazing.
not.
He goes
but
from
it's
fucking Lord
so
Humongous
weird.
to fucking
Yeah.
James Cromwell and Pig.
Even
That'll
though
do,
even though
Max.
Babe Pig in the City is pretty dark.
Really.
Yeah,
It's,
well,
visually it's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Both babes are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next week we're watching Babe.
John Lithgow. I think
Oh.
he fucking kills it in this.
Hell
so
yes.
good.
This guy acts so hard.
good. Yeah,
So-
man. He fucking knocked it out of the park.
And the little girl with the Polaroid, she's hilarious.
Yeah.
From
Yes.
Hook. She was in Hook.
Yes, she was.
She is
It'll be $4.
awesome.
One of the things I like about this right off the bat is whenever he comes out of the bathroom, he's already doing calculations, math stuff to kind of show his intelligence. But the real icing on the cake is like, this guy's not crazy. Okay, he's smart. They look at the book, and the steward is like, who reads this? He's like, I wrote it. And it's like computer algorithms and shit. And it's like, okay.
They did layer that on.
Yeah,
there.
they just want to make sure that this guy isn't really crazy. We just want y'all to think he's crazy. But
He's
this
a
clues,
non-stable
he's smart.
genius.
Yeah.
But by the way, so you young kids who watch this, did you guys know that people used to be able to smoke on airplanes?
Oh, yeah.
They had fucking ashtrays. It's insane, dude. That is absolutely insane. I used to fly, and they had a smoking section, like the smoke would stop.
Well, I mean, they had the ashtrays on the armrests, and they weld them all shut after there was banned because they couldn't replace the seats and shit.
Some of the older planes you can still see them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you notice that airplanes used to have space? Like back in the old days,
Oh,
they didn't have 37 seats in one row.
yeah. He was like clearly sitting by an exit so he could have some leg room in those
Yeah.
fucking
But I just flew back from Florida and just watching this, I was like, man, because I remember airplanes used to be able to be comfortable in them, and now it's not even an
Sardines.
option anymore.
Tell us
By the
more.
way, I watched this episode with headphones on, and I've got to get a huge thumbs up to the sound design.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Holy shit.
And the music in it. The music is
Yes.
great also. The violins are very eerie, and it sounds almost like Death Becomes Her, the music in
Yeah.
I
But the
really
thunder,
dig that shit.
The thunder is so fucking good, and that first shot when he sees him, it's so creepy the way that creature climbs on the wing. Oh, it's so fucking good.
It looks really good.
Like I loved how flamboyant that creature was. Like it just, even as a kid, it just entertained. Like he would rip off a piece of the plane and go, ah!
Oh, the way
what am I about to do with this thing? It just like,
Boom.
chucks it in.
It was
It
the-
just goes like that.
We need this part here.
puppetry. Yeah. Where am I going to shove this? Oh, I'm going to shove it in the engine.
I'm just gonna throw it in.
The puppetry was so fucking cool.
It really
You know,
It was
just-
a guy in a suit.
Well, it was two
Yeah, I
things.
was
It
gonna
was
say.
it was puppetry and it was a guy in a suit. They did a combination.
Like
Yeah.
I just loved how smarmy and snarky this creature was. Like he grabbed his face and went, no one's ever gonna believe you. No one's ever gonna believe
They clearly took a note from Alien because he was just dripping and fucking.
Oh yeah,
quick,
just
like,
slimy as fuck.
jelly just slathered on him. What do you think, Gringo?
There was a flash in the scene whenever he first sees the creature outside the window, and I thought that the creature's eyes were popping out, but I went back and it's actually his eyes
His.
that blew up as big as
Yeah,
water
I just saw
balloons.
that.
I
just saw that
I
too.
I
paused
had to
on that
rewind
clip,
it.
so you'll
I
see
said,
that.
holy crap.
Fucking Total Recall shit.
That's a
Exactly.
or Javi. That's a Tim Burton type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, truly. The little kid's whistle, I found shockingly loud. I was like, God damn, that kid can whistle like a motherfucker. She's like, no smoking on the plane. That was shocking to me. The old lady who chimes in, she's like, I saw it too. It's green and slimy. It's like, right. She actually fucking saw the thing.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, oh, they're just going to brush her off also.
Back away,
She was
crazy
speaking
old
jive.
crone.
the stewardess giving her personal sedatives, like, here's some fucking Xanax, man, chill out. Like,
David, did stewardess use stuff like that back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
back in the day, man, stewardesses were hot.
So you could like smoke on planes. You had so much space.
Yes, dude. Yeah,
And you
smoke
get
on
drugs from
planes.
The stewardess.
Yep, it was amazing.
What a
It was
time
like
to be alive.
it was that. You ever watch that movie Airplane? That's
Yes,
how it was.
I love that
That's
movie.
how it was.
Oh man, talking drive. Slap.
I also like the air marshal leaning over his seat and just looking dead at him, staring at him.
I also love the air marshal at the end of the scene. Oh, that's not his gun. That's my gun.
Yeah, you're super proud.
My gun.
Yeah, my gun.
My gun. I bought that gun.
Oh, so you're the incompetent asshole that let this happen.
You know that guy died of a heart attack like the next day. That guy was dead. Oh, so fucking good.
Does anybody have anything else they want to add about this movie that we watched?
What'd
I
you
will
say?
say this. I forgot to mention Burgess Meredith did the opening narration in it. He did 4 episodes of the Twilight Zone. You might know him as Mickey from the Rocky movies. I thought that was a really cool callback, and I like how they closed it off with the actual Rod Serling conclusion, send off. But other than that, would y'all recommend this movie? Y'all like it?
Absolutely.
I think it's a staple of the 80s. I think it's definitely one that I would 100% recommend, even if you haven't seen the
I recommend
original.
all 4 segments. All 4, David. I recommend all fucking 4.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Wait. We didn't talk about the ending.
Duplo.
They tied it back in to the prologue. So Dan Aykroyd at the end.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not going to suck itself.
Scary.
Yeah.
You want to see something real scary? Well, don't watch the first 2 segments of this movie.
There you go. All right. Well, if that being said, y'all want to just dive right into clips? Will is
wait. I didn't say if I was going to recommend this movie or not.
Oh, we already know. You're not going to recommend the film.
I'm going to recommend half this movie.
Also, you just reworded what you were going to say. Got it.
By the way, on Rotten Tomatoes, it has 58% critics, 55% audience score. You know why? It's almost exactly half.
Did you look it up just to make that quip?
I mean, that's pretty good.
I mean,
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Way to back up your theory there.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Or is it the other way around, though?
No.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
I looked up the comments by me. I looked up the comments I made.
Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just so you know, the next section of the podcast will be clips from the movie, so you can find replays of the live video stream at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. Once again, all links can be found in the description. Come check out our live stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And for a full list of future films, check out our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that, back to the Horrorcast.
Okay, so even though I made the joke in the beginning, I did actually watch Twilight instead of this. So bear with me.
Oh no!
Oh hell yeah!
I clicked the wrong movie.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, I'm sorry guys.
God damn it!
This one.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, Batman!
Fucking Batman! Fuck yeah!
Look at this. 2 pieces of wood acting in the same scene.
Oh fuck, dude, he is in his pants.
Yes.
Okay. Scare me. Are you ready? Okay, go ahead.
Ghostbusters 2.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
100%.
You knew it was coming.
Hello, Marge.
I had a lot of fun with the clips, guys. So just
Good. That was fun. Fucking Niedermeyer.
I like how they're shooting everywhere.
Also, if you notice in this scene, like they're trying to. Love you, HF.
Also, in like 5 minutes, they hit every single Vietnam movie trope.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, this is supposed to be like an anti-racist episode, but all the black soldiers, all were smoking joints.
Yes.
In the swamp, like none of the white guys were. And it's like, shut the fuck up, man. It's like, well, you're playing into the stereotype.
I know, right off. Yep.
So trivia is that guy yelled out, "We should have sent Niedermeyer."
Man, even
Which
though I
was a
haven't
record.
seen this yet, just kind of watching from the background, you did a fucking phenomenal job on these clips, dude.
Already. And if you'll notice, killed by his own troops.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that.
It's all
John Landis. It's a
Landis
universe.
verse.
The Landis verse.
Fun fact, though, that guy Niedermeyer's. Never mind. Fuck it.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well, that was not a fun fact at all.
I had,
Yeah.
I had a relevant fact. That's Mark Metcalf. That's Laurie Metcalf's brother.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
he's the
Roseanne.
dad in the Twisted Sister videos.
Yep.
Oh, that's right too.
And if you've ever seen One Crazy Summer, he's Teddy's dad also. Or wait, Better Off Dead.
Now, to eat. This is an important.
I just like the faces they made when he starts talking about sex.
Yeah, they're like, fuck yeah, we fuck.
No reason why.
We all give each other syphilis.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you. I love that video game.
Hey, Charlie. Come on, man, take it easy.
There's the original actor, the one who's like, take it
God.
easy. He is the first kid.
Get the fuck out of here.
That guy should have gotten a little something.
Fred Savage, baby. The Wonder Years.
The wizard.
It's so bad.
Yeah, this shit got me when I was a kid. You
Yeah,
guys already brought
For
it up,
sure.
but I had to show it. This is straight up clip because I love it so much.
For sure.
Quinlan is gorgeous.
Oh.
Very shocking.
Oh.
Tracy.
I love how her eyes are tracking the cartoon.
I think House of a Thousand Corpses bit a little bit off of this whenever he was like, do a magic trick, Uncle
Yeah.
What's his face, all that shit.
Yep.
The whole presentation.
It's just so ridiculous, but
Yeah.
creepy.
Just eating like just twisted. Look at the shadows. All the shadows are just insane. The angles of the house.
Tasmanian Devil was addicted to meth and got affected by mange.
That's
My
so
Pet
great.
Monster.
Yeah.
Ah,
Dude, that was
practical
John
effects.
Lithgow's eyeballs.
Yeah.
That one's the worst one. I don't like that one.
These guys look like they could be on the movie Freaked.
Yeah. Where's
That's so creepy.
the original?
Yeah, why didn't they get Captain Kirk to be in this, like as the pilot?
He was going to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had prior engagements.
Oh, damn it. T.J. Hooker.
Yeah, probably. Bobby Moynihan.
What the fuck?
Love Bobby. Pearl Jam.
Oh my god.
That's so good. This is the scene that
yeah.
we're talking about. I
Yeah.
slowed it down. I paused it. Looks amazing.
You know why though? This is a George Miller trope in the first Mad Max where he runs over what's his face and then the eyes pop out.
Oh yeah.
The same guy who played a Morton Joe. I forget his name in the first Mad Max movie.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Look at that. That's the
Jesus.
peak. That's where it cuts right there.
That's bad
Fuck.
fucking ass, dude.
It's insane looking.
Just kind of goes in your subconscious and makes a bed.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you don't. They pointed out earlier. You don't realize because the flash cuts so fast. If it's
Yeah.
the gremlin's
If it's the
eyes or
monster,
his
yeah.
eyes, yeah,
Yep.
dude,
Good.
fucking badass.
And his face.
Yeah,
He
dude,
is
those
so
are the
good.
red
It
eyes.
sounded like the Gremlins music in the background.
It did.
Beetlejuice.
Ba, 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 ba.
That was same composer that Joe Dante worked with for 7 films after this.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we all did the finger. I just love the finger and the squishy.
So
The way he
sassy.
flies away.
This is like the sassiest monster ever.
He's got a big old grin.
Hey girl.
You did say the magic word.
Help me get this gorilla glue off me.
Whee! That's very like Wizard of Oz.
Did y'all hear that? Y'all didn't hear that, did
I
you?
heard it. What did it say?
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Because
I
of
was
the
going
way
to
it
ask, well, did
flies.
you edit it to sound? Play back. But
Yep.
there it goes.
Very good. Perfect.
That's it. That's it for clips, man.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Well done. Well done,
Short
boy.
and quick.
I guess we're what 2.5 out of 5 across the board here. The averages in.
I'm gonna give it 3.5 out of 5.
All right. Greg,
Yeah, it's a solid 3 in my book, so 2.5 fits.
I'll go with 3.5 also.
I'm gonna give it a 7.9.
And
Four-
before we
four-
get out of here, we have Will
4 to 3.
recommends.
Nope, we don't. I did not.
Oh, look at me being a shit host.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have said something. No, watch Lucky. Lucky was great. Lucky's the new movie on Shudder. I didn't make a thing.
Oh,
It's about a lady who someone comes. It's house invasion done crazy. So this guy comes to try to murder her. She wakes up her husband. Her husband's like, "Yeah, that's the dude who comes and tries to kill us every day." And it just goes kind of off the rails from there. It's a very good story. A lot of message in it. But there's some shots that like I had to watch 2 or 3 times just to see if I was seeing what I saw. I'll explain. One of them is the bathroom mirror. She's covered in blood because she killed the guy again. She goes to the bathroom. She's cleaning herself off. There's like 4 or 5 mirrors. You know how they do that sometimes. They have a mirror here, a little like close-up mirror. And every mirror is on point except one of them mirrors. And it's just enough off to where you're like, is that mirror wrong? Or is that right? It didn't do the stupid, like, where it looks into the camera. It was just enough off and it was never referenced. But that movie's full of this stuff. I've watched it 2 or 3 times now. So yeah, watch Lucky on Shudder. It's brand new.
right on.
Pretty good.
Anybody else have anything they want to add?
Watch Logan Lucky. That's a fun movie.
Watch Logan. That was really good also. I mean,
Or Logan's Run.
yeah. Well, I didn't say
Watch Run, Ronnie, Run.
Watch Run Lola Run. It's a really
That's
good
a
German
good fucking
film.
movie. I
Well,
fucking
you
Run
should
Lola Run.
that. Really watch
Yeah.
Run, Ronnie, Run. Then, if that's the case, it's fucking hilarious. David
Watch Cool
Cross and
Runnings.
Bill Odenkirk. Jessup, is there anything you want to plug, buddy?
I don't have your
Curiosities.
video. Shit.
That's okay.
unprepared.
Oddities
Can
and
we find
Curiosities Expo in Fair Park on March 27th. I'm going to have some stuff down there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, yeah, go check it out.
Greg, you got anything you
Yo.
want to add?
No, not really. I don't have anything to plug. I just I thought that this movie started off a little bit. Wasn't really into it so much, and it got better and better. And yeah, say it was pretty good, pretty decent. I mean, as somebody who had no frame reference going into it, I would say that it did like that.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Thank you
Yeah,
for
man.
sitting in with us this evening.
Hey, thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. Javi Bairez, what you got, Bubba?
I love this. I got nothing to plug. Hey, but in case you're interested in my life, I recently got a queen size mattress.
Ooh,
that's-
Fuck yeah.
nice.
Get it, Queen.
Yes.
If y'all could look at Will's
Ain't nothing better than sleeping diagonal.
right.
Yo.
Will's Corner, you can see what we have coming up here for the March schedule.
Ethan, do you have anything to plug?
No, the only thing I want to say is typically we don't stream this here on this channel. You can find us on twitch.tv/wearepodcastnetwork. We just had some technical errors tonight, and we kind of had to do this a little different from form. So be sure to check us out there, follow us there, all that good stuff.
Ethan's got viewers on his channel, and he's like, guys, this is not normally me. I don't do this sort of stuff.
Hey, I mean,
don't take these old men as me.
Man, the last time I actually streamed something on here, I actually had a previous developer from Payday 2 come and sit in my stream, so...
Is he here now?
Weird flex.
No, I don't know, probably not. I'm just saying, I have people occasionally come and stop by for like 10 seconds and then
yeah,
quit.
sorry, fucking peons were using your shit. My bad.
No, but I don't want people to have to come back here and go like, what the fuck, where's my Camp/Horrorcast at Monday at 8? But yeah.
Nah, man, seriously, thank you very much for doing this for us.
Yes, thank you, Ethan.
Yeah, my bad, we couldn't get it out.
Thank you, Jake, for doing a great job hosting.
Dude.
Yeah, and Will for the clips. Those were really good clips.
Those were fantastic.
Will always knocks out of the park.
And Jessup for the anger.
Jessup.
Man, what the fuck? There's 2 fucking parts of this movie are fucking bullshit.
I think you need to grow up and watch your manners.
Are we done blowing each other?
I think so.
We done here sucking on everybody's dick.
Did we blow Greg? Did Greg get a good blow?
Thank you for tuning in. This has been Camp/Horrorcast. I've been Jake. This is David Jessup, Ethan Eastwood, Dr. Reverend Ethan Eastwood, Greg McKinney, Javi Barres, and the lovely William Sonamo. Have a good night.
And there it is. Thank you again so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And since this is Camp/Horrorcast, if you want to check us out live, we will be on Twitch and YouTube every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can find us at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Air, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, that's Jake, and that's Javi. We're breaking down that pop culture, and we're having so much fun. And don't forget to check out We Are Bagu, a video game podcast, where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. That's me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood breaking down all that video game lore, heroes, Gyros, dungeons, and distractions, side quests. Me and the boys were playing some D&D. You can start that one from Season 1, Episode 1. It's a blast the whole way through. And I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people. I sit down with some of my favorite people of all time. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and their journey this far. Also, check the links in the description for our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. With that said, hopefully we see you in the live stream.